Good evening and welcome to Columbus Grove High School on a frigid night outdoors. It is a hot inside our gymnasium. We have a pair of non-conference matchups for you tonight. The Liberty-Benton Eagles are here to play the Columbus Grove Bulldogs. My name is Mark Scheim. My players today play-by-play alongside Dar Nevergall. Dar, this is a Liberty-Benton team that's 13-1, a single loss to Perrysburg by 7, having a great year.
Oh, absolutely. And this is a very, very tall Liberty-Benton school team as well. You're looking at 6'7", 6'6", 6'5", 6'8", and another 6'6" on the board as well, So this is a Liberty-Benton team that is first in the BVC in about every category you can imagine. First in scoring, first in defense, first in everything else. They got the leading scorer in Jake Girton, the 6'7" senior as well. So they're a team that's really destined this year, and they're lost to a Division I school. They had a successful weekend this past weekend, knocking off a very, very good Arlington team pretty handily before coming back and taking an overtime win against Bluffton as well. So, this is a Liberty-Benton team that really can put a lot of hurt on you.
Liberty-Benton averages 61.7 points per game. They give up 37.4. On the other side, the Columbus Grove Bulldogs, they are 5-5. 3-1 in the NWC, 2-1 in the PCL. It's a basketball team that's had injury situations this year. They've lost Kylan Mays for the season. We understand Landon Best is out tonight. They've had injury problems all year long and still have found a way to get to 500.
Well, and this is a team that went deep into the football playoffs as well, so they took a while to get their basketball legs out underneath of them. But, they do have a leading guy, and then Trenton Barraza, who led their football team, is also leading their basketball team as well, What Columbusville really was hurting for a while there was they needed a third scorer. Now they've started to get one, getting a couple guys. Gage Sauter, for one of them, came on strong in a couple last couple games. But this is a Columbus Grove team that, they can hang with you. I don't know as far as the height-wise how that's going to affect them. They're going to have to really box out well to get every opportunity they can. They're going to have to shoot well from the three, too, because they're going to have to pull Liberty-Benton away from that basket because they'll just camp underneath there, and you won't get too many opportunities then.
Columbus Grove averages 54.4 points per game. They give up 55.3, right about the same as you might expect for a team that's 5-5. We've got Liberty-Benton, we've got Columbus Grove, we've got the opening tip and starting lineups after this. You're watching high school basketball WOSN. Welcome back to Columbus Grove High School. Tonight's scoreboard is brought to you by Hawker Drywall and Plastering. Visit us at hawkerdrywall.com to see how we can help you. Look at our starting lineups tonight. The Liberty-Benton team is being introduced, as you can see in the camera action right now in their blue uniforms. They will start numbers 2. That would be Reed Irwin. Reed is a 6-foot junior. He averages 3.1 points per game. Number 10 is Brody Thomas, 6'1 junior, averaging 4.5 points per game. 13, Jake Gerken, 6'7 senior, averaging 22 a game, as Dar said, the leading scorer in the BVC right now. Number 23 is Lincoln Holler, 6'6 junior, averaging 14.9. And number 44 is Tyler Gross. Tyler is a 6'8 senior, averaging 11.3 points per game. And you look at those size and you go, okay, but also Jake Gerken's made 30 three-point field goals. Tyler Gross has made 7. This is a big guys that go out there and shoot. Lincoln Holler's made 18 three-point field goals. They're big guys to shoot from the perimeter.
Oh, they certainly can. I mean, as a team, they're hitting 36% from three-point range. So, like I said, this Gerken kid, he doesn't care where he's at on the court. He's going to shoot the ball. He's also, the Lincoln Holler, like we talked about, this kid's averaging 15 points a game and 7 rebounds a game. So, this is a team that really you got to box out on because they'll camp underneath that basket if you let them, and they'll just hurt you in every way possible underneath there.
The Columbus Grove Bulldogs are being introduced now. Their starting lineup will go this way. Number 2 is Brady Basinger, 6'2 sophomore. Brady averages 10.1 points per game and 5.7 rebounds. Number 3 is Trenton Barraza, 6'1 senior, 12 points a game and 5.3 rebounds for him. Number 5 is Trevon Baxter, who's a 6-foot junior, averaging 11.7. Number 21, Kyle Hopkins, 6'1 senior, 8 points a game, 3 rebounds and a couple of assists for him. And back in the lineup after some injury situations earlier will be Gage Sauter. Gage wears number 23. He is a 6'1 sophomore, averaging 4.3 points per game. And he's been coming along since his injury, but got rid of that.
Yeah, certainly. And they needed that extra scoring from that young man. And he can hit from the outside. They said 46% three-point shooter for his Gage Sauter. So you can't let him open there on the outside. You flip over to this Liberty-Benton team, too. You look at the height that they've got and stuff. But Reed Irwin is averaging almost, 3.5 assists a game. So he's the guy that really leads them out there on the top perimeter. and gets them moving that way.
Fish in and Cruz, Scott Mock, George Mock, and Randy Fishbaugh. And the tip goes to Liberty-Benton. They're in the blue uniforms going to the right of your viewing screen. Up on top, this is Gross. Look down inside. Number 13 is Jake Gherkin. On top it goes to Lincoln Holler. And down inside, Gross works and kicks it out to the corner. Gherkin into the lane. His runner goes in, and the opening basket goes to Jake Gherkin.
Yeah, he's such a smooth player, too, for being 6'7". I mean, he can do it all.
22 points a game, 30 made three-point field goals. This is Trevin Baxter with the basketball. Barraza with it now. And into the corner it goes to Gage Souter. Brady Basinger will bring it out on top, and they will reset. Trevin Baxter to the rim. Shot goes up. Missed. Rebound comes to Tyler Gross. Off in a hurry to Reed Irwin.
And I'll tell you, Mark, Tyler Gross is one of those guys that's averaging, 6 rebounds a game.
Jake Gherkin from somewhere near the parking lot nailed that three ball. Our three-point field goal sponsor tonight is Northwest Ohio Recycling in Pandora. Paying top dollar for aluminum, copper, brass, scrap iron, scrap cars. 419-384-3392. To the rim, off glass, and finishing is Trent Baxter. He averages 12 a game, does a 6'1" senior, and Columbus Grove is on the board.
Yeah, he's their leader for this Columbus Grove team, and if he has a good game, they can stay with these Liberty-Benton guys.
5'2".
He's averaging, he's the top field goal percentage shooter in the BBC. Tyler Gross is 66%.
Coming off a screen. This is Tyler Gross, and then Jake Gherkin. Jake to the lane, pull up from 15. He's got all 7 Eagle points. He just elevates over his defender and scores. 2 minutes in, it's 7-2 Eagles. Souter in the corner. On top it goes to Brady Basinger.
Yeah, Grove has to take good care of that basketball. They can't give this Liberty-Benton team any more opportunities.
Into the lane, pull-up jumper will bounce around, and it will rattle in for Kyle Hopkins. He makes it 7-4. Reed Irwin will attack the press and get it across midcourt into the hands of Lincoln Holler.
As I was saying, you look at all that height out there for Liberty-Benton, but the guy out there running the offense for him is Reed Irwin, just coming in at, at 6 foot, but he's their general when it comes to bringing the ball down.
Trapped the wing pass, but couldn't get the steal that came out of there. It remains Liberty-Benton basketball. We're 3 minutes into this one. Reed Irwin, a 6-foot junior, being harassed by Barraza out front as it goes to Tyler Gross. Irwin again. And Gherkin. Brady Basinger trying to lasso him. Pass went inside to Tyler Gross, who scores. 9-4, very efficient offense so far for the Eagles.
Yeah, they're doing a real good job of moving their half-court offense around.
Basinger for 3. Back of the rim, rebound Gross. There's Doug Whiteman shouting some instructions out as Jake Gherkin brings the basketball up.
Yeah, your 6'7" guy bringing the ball down.
Gets a screen from Gross, a screen and roll action stolen by Souter. He's going to throw it ahead to the rim. Goes Basinger, and Brady Basinger finishes. Good defense, good assist pass. Halfway through the first quarter, it's 9-6 Eagles.
Liberty-Benton's averaging 9.8 turnovers per game, so that's about average for most teams.
Ball's tipped out of bounds. Yeah, coming into this week, that's the only statistic they did not lead the BVC in offensive statistics. Arlington was just an assist or 2 less on the season than Liberty-Benton. Liberty-Benton was second. There's a pass going to go, and heading to the rim is Holler. He gets cut off. And the bounce pass, that will be a turnover that will go to Columbus Grove, trailing by 3.
Second turnover now for Liberty-Benton.
JV game 1 tonight by Liberty-Benton, 35-30. Hotly contested game that went right down to the wire till LB made a 3 and a couple free throws to wrap it up. Off a screen comes Hopkins. A bounce pass
nice
inside.
job.
Really good job slipping the screen. 4 different Bulldogs have a basket now. That one was by Trevor Baxter. 9-8.
Trevor Baxter averaging just under 12 points a game. That was a real nice move there.
Lincoln Holler pulls up from 3. Gage Souter rebounds. Comes Columbus Grove in the corner. They found Hopkins. Kyle Hopkins for 3. Missed. Rebound comes out to Gherkin, and he heads to the rim and scores. Jake Gherkin's got 9 in the opening quarter, and we've got a timeout. 11-8 Eagles. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Through the first 5 minutes, we've not shot any free throws tonight. Our free throw sponsor is Dale's Concrete. Called Dale's Concrete and Decorative Stamping Lipstick for all your commercial residential concrete needs. That timeout was by Liberty-Benton. Jake Gherkin has 9. Tyler Gross has 2. And 4 different Bulldogs have a basket for Columbus Grove.
Yeah, right now, Liberty-Benton 4 for 4 from 2-point range. 1 for 3 from 3-point range.
Into the game was Gavin Barraza. He wears number 4, has the basketball right now. And Trenton. Trenton looking to get screen action. To the rim he goes. There's a kick out. This is out of the corner by Hopkins. Kyle Hopkins has his 11th 3-point field goal of the season. We're tied at 11.
And that's the importance of Trenton Barraza right there. Driving to the basket, draws a couple guys to him, and leaves a guy open on the wing.
Nails a Northwest Ohio Recycling 3-point field goal to tie it. Each team has made one now in the opening quarter. Irwin looks inside. Gherkin's on top. He's going to spin into the lane. Gross tried to get the rebound, couldn't though, as Hopkins had him boxed out. Brady Basinger into the lane, up with the left hand, and he finishes. Columbus Grove with their first lead. 2 minutes to go, opening quarter. Gherkin throws it deep. Holler catches it on the sideline. Jake Gherkin's going to get a 3 look, and he makes another one. 12 for him in the opening quarter as he makes yet another Northwest Ohio Recycling 3-point field goal.
I'll tell you what, Mark, this is one of these things that you let Gherkin do his scoring, you just don't let anybody else score.
He's got his 12. Gross has the other 2. Here's a steal. Nope. Barraza gets to the rim and overshot it. The rebound comes to Lincoln Holler. There's Tyler Gross inside. Ball's tipped loose. We're going to get a foul. This will be the first foul of the basketball game, as it will go to Trevon Baxter with 1:19 to go. Cleanly played opening quarter.
Yeah, very cleanly played opening quarter. The pace of this quarter, too, that's a little surprising.
Gross. Gherkin gets another 3. That one's short. And let it go out of bounds on the baseline. And Columbus Grove will inbound the basketball with 1:14 to go. Comes some full court pressure from Liberty-Benton.
Well, so far, the Bulldogs are not showing that they're intimidated whatsoever with this Liberty-Benton team.
They throw over it. Trent Barraza goes to the rim. And Trent Barraza goes up and scores over the interior presence of Tyler Gross. He's got 4 in the game, and his team leads by 1 with a minute to go. Job beating the press. Steele headed to the rim. Baxter, ball fakes.
Oh, nice
Baxter
job.
finishes. He's got 4 now. 17 in the opening quarter for a team that averages 54 a game. Trapped on the sideline. Just able to get to Irwin. Gherkin to the corner goes to Reed Irwin. He gets a 3 look, and he nails a 3. His first basket. He's only got made 5 of those on the season. Picked a good time to make a Northwest Ohio Recycling 3-point field goal.
He sure did, and he was wide open for that one, too. Everybody was pulling underneath the basket. He was sitting out there by himself.
Irwin doesn't shoot a lot, doesn't score a lot, but he's effective when he does. Barraza kicks it to the corner. Outlet pass. Bulldogs go inside, and Barraza finishes again. 6 in the opening quarter for him. It's 19-16. See if the Eagles can get the final shot of the quarter. Gherkin throws it ahead, and Holler's going to get a 3 look. That's short. Barraza rebounds. The opening 8 minutes are in the book. Columbus Grove will take a 19-16 lead at the break. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Welcome back at Columbus Grove High School. Tonight's scoreboard is brought to you by Hawker Drywall and Plastering. Visit us at HawkerDrywall.com to see how we can help you. And I incorrectly said that Reed Irwin had made a 3-point field goal. That was credited as a 2. So his team has 16 at the quarter break, and it is 19-16 Columbus Grove. I'm looking at Jake Girk, who's got 12. Now look over on the Columbus Grove side. Brady Basinger 4, Trent Barraza 6, Trevor Baxter 4, Kyle Hopkins 5. So they're doing it with balance.
Well, and like I said, this is one of those situations where Columbus Grove says, well, we know Girton's going to get his points. We're just going to keep everybody else from scoring. You know, and they've done a pretty good job of shutting down everybody else in this Eagle team from being in the scoring column.
Neither team shot a free throw in the opening quarter. In fact, there was only one total foul. Here's a 3 that's going to go up from Hopkins. Battle for the rebound. Jacob Leininger is in the basketball game. He wears number 15 for Grove, was fighting for that rebound. Went to a Liberty-Benton Eagle instead. Gherkin. Sauter almost with a steal.
Yeah, the Eagles not being as crisp as they normally are when it comes to their passing.
Grove switching everything out front right now. Gherkin being pressured. It's a pass to the corner. Gherkin going to get another 3 look. That one's off the rim, and the rebound comes to Gage Sauter. Pass ahead to the rim is Leininger, and he gets it blocked. Jake Gherkin got back to knock that one down. There's a pass ahead to Irwin. He fights it up and scores through traffic. Reed Irwin's got 4 in the game now.
Irwin averaging 3 points a game. He's got 4.
Both teams had a couple of run-out opportunities in the game. That one went to Liberty-Benton. Hopkins puts the ball in Trent Barraza's hands. And back to Hopkins it goes. This is Leininger inside. Pass Barraza, back to Leininger. He goes up this time and missed the shot under pressure. Rebound to Holler.
Columbus Grove doing a nice job, though, in their half-court offense. Good ball movement, good movement around by the players to get open.
Kyle Hopkins kicked that ball to disrupt the play. First sub into the game for Liberty-Benton will be number 22. That's Chase Troyer. Barraza and Hopkins will get a break for Coach Connor Cole's team, and up by 1. Brody Thomas and Jake Gherkin.
I think the question is going to come down, can both these teams keep the pace that they've been playing so far?
It's a screen action out front, and the foul will go to, goes to number 1. No, excuse me, number 2. That's Brady Basinger, Brady's first foul. And first of this quarter, as his teammate didn't help him very much, and he ran into a screen.
Yeah, not a whole lot you can do about that. I mean,
teammates got to say, hey, this is coming. Gherkin on a lob pass, gets it inside, and will go up through traffic and score. Points 13 and 14 for him in the basketball game.
My goodness.
And we're going to travel out front. Gavin Barraza was looking for a teammate who wasn't there.
Liberty-Benton. That's just the first turnover for Columbus Grove.
Liberty-Benton with a single-point lead. 2 minutes into quarter number 2. On top, Reed Irwin with the basketball. Jake Gherkin on the wing. And that's stolen. Here's Sauter to the rim. Sauter goes up and gets it knocked out of bounds, but we're going to get a foul. This will be a shooting foul. Free throw sponsor tonight is Dale's Concrete. Call Dale's Concrete and Stamping in Lipstick for all your commercial, residential concrete needs. The foul went to, that would be Reed Irwin. That is the first foul on Liberty-Benton in the game, and Gage Sauter goes to the free throw line. Makes that one.
2 for 2 coming into this game.
Barraza and Hopkins back into the game. Short break for those guys. Tied at 20. That one also goes for Sauter. Here's a little 2-2-1 zone press action from Columbus Grove. Irwin looks and finally gets it across midcourt to Jake Gherkin. Jake heads to the rim this time, spins inside where he will be fouled. That foul will go to Brady Basinger, and he becomes the first player in the game with 2 fouls. As Tyler Gross hops up off the bench to come back in.
Bulldogs done a nice job so far of shutting down the middle as much as possible. And Gherkin's been able to get a couple times in there, but they've kept Tyler Gross away from the basket.
Ball's tipped away from Gherkin and gets out, knocked out of bounds by Barraza. Almost hit the inbounder, Irwin, but did not. Irwin to inbound again. And out to Tyler Gross. Holler comes off a screen. And to the rim he goes and muscles up and scores. First basket of the game for Lincoln Holler, averages 14.9 per game. Liberty-Benton back on top. We're going to look at some zone action here. They got big Jake Gherkin on top at 6'7". They're going to try to make it difficult to reverse the ball. He and Lincoln Holler both out there at 6'6".
And they put Tyler Gross right there in the middle. So
yep.
It's a lot of trees to try to get around.
Trying to funnel the ball right to him. There you can see he got a hand on it. And Barraza fights for it and takes it away. And Barraza goes to the rim. Floater for him. Nope. Battle for it. Tipped in the hands of Irwin. Holler. Spin move into the lane. His shot, got a hand on it. Got his own rebound and goes right back up the left hand. Doesn't finish, but will get a chance to go to the free throw line for Dale's Concrete free throws. That foul goes to Kyle Hopkins. Kyle's first. It is the team's third of the quarter. And Lincoln Holler, who shoots 86% from the free throw line, will get a pair.
Yeah, that's 37 for 43 so far.
That's his third point of the game. Got a sub waiting at the bench to take Lincoln's place. Makes them both. Into the free throw game, or in the basketball game, is Brody Thomas will take Holler's place. Eagles have played 6 tonight. And Columbus Grove has played 7. Here's that big zone again. This time Reed Irwin's on top though.
It almost paid off for Liberty-Benton last time.
Gherkin's job. Don't let him reverse the basketball.
Absolutely.
Yep. Inside it goes. Kick out. There's a pass to the baseline. Hopkins cuts to the goal. Schauder gets a 3 look. Tyler Gross rebounds. Very effective zone the last couple possessions for the Eagles. Up 3, under 4, and we will get a foul that will go against Trevin Baxter. Trevin now has 2 fouls, joining Grady Basinger in that situation. Team's 4th of the quarter.
That's a smart move by Dave Whiteman and his coaching staff to go to the zone because he's got the height out there to just kind of keep the guy in Columbus Grove bottled up.
I had missed the fact that Luke Gherkin had entered the game. Luke says, wears number 32, 6'3" junior. And he just was in for a moment, been replaced. Holler. And Gross on the top of the circle. Barraza went for steal, didn't get it. Looked inside, couldn't get it to Gross. Now they do. Tyler Gross triple teamed inside. And now they double him up inside and was knocked out of bounds by Hopkins. Back into the game will come Gavin Barraza and Jacob Leininger.
I said, the Bulldogs doing a very good job of keeping Tyler Gross away from the basket so far.
And they're trying to get the ball inside. It was knocked into the corner. Sauter hit it out of bounds. Gage Sauter is a very active defender as a 6'1" sophomore.
And if you leave him open on the outside, like I said, and he can that three-point shot at 46% from three-point range.
Ball's tipped out of bounds by Leininger as they tried to inbound it to Holler.
Good aggressive defense by Columbus Grove right now.
3:24 to go here in quarter number 2. Irwin in the corner, could head baseline and throws a nice bounce pass and laid a great dime into the hands of Tyler Gross. He's got 4 now.
Like I said, Irwin, 3.4 assists per game, so he's a leader in the squad for that.
Hopkins Finds Gavin Barraza. Irwin almost had a steal. So lob inside, and it's stolen this time by Brody Thomas. Here's Brody in a hurry. Holler heads baseline and goes up and was going to get an and one opportunity. Lincoln Holler got 6 all this quarter, looking at 7. The foul goes to, let's see, we put it up on the board. Looks like it goes to Gavin Barraza. And the zone has been very effective as he gets a Dale's Concrete free throw.
He's such a strong player going to the basket, too. That's the other thing. He's been able to muscle up about 2 or 3 shots.
Holler averages 14.9 points per game. And he has 7, so almost halfway there to that this evening. And all of a sudden, his team has stretched it out to an 8-point lead, thanks in part to this really nice zone defense they're playing. Coach Cole's giving some instructions on the sideline, almost to midcourt. Souter to the corner it goes. Bounce pass inside. Barraza. Kick out. Souter gets a 3 look, and that one goes. Gage Souter makes a 3-point field goal. A 3-point field goal sponsored tonight. Northwest Ohio Recycling in Pandora, paying top dollar for aluminum, copper, brass, scrap iron, and scrap cars. Call 419-384-3392. Big shot from Souter. Gross heads to the rim, gets cut off by Barraza. Here's going to be a 3 up from Thomas. That bounces around. Holler gets the rebound. Goes back up through traffic and gets his own rebound, but stepped on the end line. Gage Souter has all 5 Columbus Grove points in this quarter. A pair of free throws in that last 3-point field goal he made.
Yeah, Liberty-Benton trying to take Trenton Barraza out of it, but great ball movement by Columbus Grove in that last series down the court.
Push that zone up ahead a bit. Souter gets it inside and got a held ball. Thomas tied up inside with Basinger. Arrow says Eagles. 94 seconds to go in the opening half. Back into the basketball game will come Gavin Barraza and also Jacob Leininger and Trevin Baxter and Brody Basinger take a seat. Each of those guys have 2 fouls, so Coach Cole is trying to keep them from getting a 3rd here in the opening half. Durkin weaves through traffic. Holler gets a 3. Lincoln Holler, what a quarter he's got going now. 10 1/4 as he makes a Northwest Ohio Recycling 3-point field goal. His lead's gone to 8.
No, you can't concentrate on Gherkin any longer. Now got Holler hitting the buckets from the outside as well.
Barraza in the corner. Works inside, skip past Souter. This 3 is going to go up from Hopkins. And get something up top. Over 59 seconds to go. We'll walk the other way with Eagle basketball. Pass ahead, Irwin. The ball's tipped out of bounds. He had Gross inside, but Leininger got a hand on it.
The Bulldogs making a nice job of being aggressive when it comes to defense. They've been able to knock away a lot of balls and kind of disrupt the Liberty-Benton, but can you maintain that? That's the biggest thing.
Lob inside, Gherkin tipped up. Nope, rebound comes to Gavin Barraza. He brings the ball up floor, looking for a teammate. Hopkins. Trent Barraza. Irwin got a hand on it. Scramble for the ball. Gavin Barraza gets to teammate Hopkins, and timeout will go to Columbus Grove. Just 29 seconds to go here before half. We're going to keep it right here and remind you that you can stream the WSN channel anytime, anywhere for only $8 per month. Download from Roku or Apple TV or sign up at app.wsn.tv. First time out of the half, called by Columbus Grove. Coach Connor Coles wants to set a play up against the zone. That's been a very effective zone, Dart. It's long, it's playing the gaps and making it difficult to get the ball in any semblance of offense.
Well, the quickness of this Liberty-Benton team, like I said, they're tall, which makes it tough to throw it over them, but they're quick too, so it's hard to get around them. So, it's kind of a catch-22 for Columbus Grove. Where do you find the open guys at, to try to get to the basket and get some decent shots?
Hopkins will be the inbounder. So we get everybody back on the floor. Each team has called a timeout in our opening half. To Barraza. Come out to trap him a bit. The 5 count went on. Hopkins. Barraza in the wing. Skip pass. Souter. Quick 3 from him. Gage Souter. Shot doesn't go. Reed Irwin rebounds. See if Grove gets a shot off. Irwin gets to midcourt. To the 3-point line. Shot goes up. Oh, it's spun out him on the buzzer. Good second quarter, Liberty-Benton. They will take an 8-point lead to halftime. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Halftime at Columbus Grove High School. Tonight's scoreboard is brought to you by Hawker Drywall and Plastering. Visit us at HawkerDrywall.com to see how we can help you. Mark Shine, Dar Nevergall. Dar, you've been keeping some stat numbers. What do you got over there?
Well, for Columbus Grove, we'll start with them first. From 2-point range, they're hitting about 57%. 3-point range, just 25%, just 2 for 8. That makes it overall, they're hitting 45% from the field and 10 for 22. 2 for 2 at the foul line. A big stat for them, though, unfortunately, is only 5 rebounds in that first half and 3 turnovers. Liberty-Benton on the flip side, 10 for 16 from 2-point range, 63%, 3 for 9 from 3 for 33%. Make them 13 for 25 overall, 52%. They were 3 for 3 at the line. That was basically Leak and Holler, 3 for 3. They had 12 rebounds and just 5 turnovers. So the big numbers you're looking at is, first of all, it's the 2 big guys, Gherkin and Holler, and all the scoring for them. And the fact that, Liberty-Benton's got 12 rebounds and they've held Columbus Grove to just 5.
Liberty-Benton's had quarter scores of 16 and 16 for their 32 points. As Dar said, Jake Gherkin had 14. He had 12 in the opening quarter. Lincoln Holler has 10, all of those in quarter number 2. Columbus Grove, quarter scores of 19 and 5. They got 6 from Trent Barraza, 4 from Brady Basinger, 4 from Trevin Baxter, and 5 each from Kyle Hopkins and Gage Souter. Their issues as we go Columbus Grove basketball first here in quarter number 3. They've struggled against that 2-3 zone. Looks like Liberty-Benton's going to go man-to-man here.
Yeah, they'll start out probably man-to-man this time alone, but I would not be surprised to see them to go back to that 2-3, which was very effective for them in that first half with their length.
Big zone, you're right. That length was difficult to attack. Barraza on the wing. Into the lane he goes. Looked inside. A chance to get Hopkins on a bounce pass and couldn't get it there. And they reset with Trevin Baxter. Baxter to the lane. And nice Baxter move. Has the first basket of quarter number 3. He's got 6 in the game now.
We've got quite a battle going on out there between Irwin and Trenton Barraza as well.
Thomas hands off to the corner, goes Holler. Holler gets it slapped away from behind, and Gross will go up and muscle up and score. Tyler Gross has a basket each quarter now for 6. Big, strong young man inside, listed at 6'8", the senior. Barraza turns the corner. Bounce past Souter, and he will go up and miss a shot thanks to the pressure that came from Holler. And we're going to get a held ball. It will be Liberty-Benton basketball. If you like watching this Columbus Grove team, you're going to get more opportunities this week. They play Spencerville on Friday. That will be on WSN at 10 p.m. in the Northwest Conference game. And then they will play Ottoville on Saturday in a PCL game. That will also be on WSN Saturday night at 10 p.m. So 3 opportunities to catch the Bulldogs this week, and they trail by 8 against this good Liberty-Benton team right here. Give you Liberty-Benton schedule a little bit later on tonight.
Like I said, Columbus Grove's done a nice job of keeping Tyler Gross away from the basket so far in this game. He did get a bucket right off the bat in the third quarter, but that was pretty much a ball that was tipped to him, that he was able to put back in. But
just saw Gross slip a screen, catches the basketball down low against Basinger, spins up through traffic, and a rebound comes to Hopkins on the backside. Headed to the rim. Basinger goes up left-handed and
nice
finished.
job.
The left-handed Basinger has 6 in the game now. Groves cut the lead to 6 again. Gherkin passes ahead, Thomas. And Gherkin in the corner. That shot's blocked. Barraza got a hand on it. Gross with the rebound and goes up inside and scores his points, 7 and 8.
Johnny on the spot right now for them.
Now Hopkins goes to the rim, and he will get an and one opportunity. Kyle Hopkins with 7, looking at 8. He will get a free throw sponsored by Dale's Concrete and Stamping Lipsick. Call them for all your commercial and residential needs. The foul went to
21.
Well,
they never put it up.
They put a team foul up, but not a personal foul up. So there it goes. He just put it up. The free throw's good. Thomas gets the foul. 8 in the game for Hopkins. It's 5-point lead, Eagles.
It looks like the game plan for Columbus Grove here in the second half is attack the basket, try to get these guys to foul you.
Irwin throws it out on top. Gherkin, Jake works the lane and skates inside, and we get what? Block or charge. Let's see what the call is. It will be a block that will go against Brady Basinger. He becomes the first player in the game to have 3 fouls, and now we're going to talk about whether basket counts or not. And it will count, so Gherkin has 16 in the game. And an opportunity for 17 with this Dale's Concrete free throw.
Gherkin is 69% free throw shooter.
Averages 22 points a game. 16, and now, nope, back to the rim, but the rebound, it's tipped away from. The rebound came to Luke Gherkin, and he was fouled by, and that's not good because Brady basically just picked up his 4th foul. 6 points for the sophomore, 6'2", and he has to head to the bench for a while. He's replaced by Jacob Leininger. Pass is kicked out of bounds. Trying to force it inside to Gherkin. Here's the inbounder, Irwin. And Reed lobs it out on top. Barraza's pressuring Jake Gherkin. Grove's been man-to-man the entire game. Here's a 3 out of the corner, and that 3 ball goes for Luke Gherkin. 3-point field goal sponsor tonight, Northwest Ohio Recycling in Pandora, paying top dollar for aluminum, copper, brass, scrap iron, scrap cars. Call 419-384-3392 into the rim. And finishing inside is Hopkins. Immediately his coach takes a timeout. We'll take a timeout also. You're watching high school basketball, WOSN. On our Hocker Drywall and Plastics scoreboard, Kyle Hopkins just took the ball to the rim and scored. He becomes the first Bulldog in double figures with 10. That's the lead to 8, and his coach immediately took the second timeout of this basketball game.
Like I said, Mark, it looks like Columbus Grove's game plan is basically drive to the basket, try to get inside on these guys, get them to foul you, or finish at the rim if you can. And so far, Kyle Hopkins done a nice job. A couple of really nice moves on the inside as he went to the basket.
Grove comes out of the timeout and goes 1-3-1 zone. Irwin looks. And finally gets it out of the trap to Holler. Back to Irwin. Playing the gaps with this 1-3-1 zone. Thomas in the corner, looked inside to Gherkin, couldn't get it there. There's a skip pass to Irwin, to the corner it goes. Gherkin, same spot, same result. Luke Gherkin, back-to-back 3-point field goal, sponsored by Northwest Ohio Recycling. Puts his team up 11 to the rim as Hopkins. Overshot it, rebound Holler. And he throws it ahead to Thomas. And in transition with a run out, Brody Thomas scores his first basket of the game. And we're going to get a timeout. This timeout will go to, let's wait to see what called it. Liberty-Benton Eagles, 3:56 to go. You're watching high school basketball, WOSN. got a 13-point quarter going here in quarter number 3. They've taken a 46-33 lead over the Columbus Grove Bulldogs. Big contributions from Luke Gherkin in this quarter. He's made 2 3-point field goals. Then he just got a run-out basket by Brody Thomas.
Yeah, Luke Gherkin, just a sophomore as well, so great contributing from that young man there.
Gavin Barraza looked inside. Now Trent Barraza on top of the circle. Hopkins throws it in the corner. And Gavin Barraza missed. Got his own rebound, pushed it back up. He'll get to go to the free throw line for Dale's Concrete free throws. That foul will go to Brody Thomas. That's only the 3rd foul of the basketball game for Liberty-Benton. Brody Thomas has 2 of those. Into the free throw line goes Gavin Barraza. Averages 4 points a game, almost 5.
Been held scoreless so far in this one.
Into the basketball game will come Tyler Gross. Brody Thomas gets a break. It's Gavin's 2nd opportunity. And that free throw he makes. This is his 1st point of the game as he makes a Dale's Concrete free throw. 12-point lead Eagles. Irwin breaks the press. Pressure from Hopkins, who hit it out of bounds. Looks like it went out of bounds off of Barraza. That would be Trent Barraza, since he and Gavin are both in the game right now.
Not somebody you want to run into.
A lot of people tried to run into him last fall and couldn't.
Yeah, had a hard time with that, didn't they?
Here's Tyler Gross. Lincoln Holler as they spread the floor. Souter trying to pressure a pair of 23s after each other. Gross will hand off to Gherkin. He tries to turn the corner and runs into Trent Barraza. Trent's 1st foul. Team's 3rd foul of the quarter. And we'll take it out of bounds with 3:11 to go. Here in quarter number 3. To the backcourt it goes.
A lot of physical out there right now.
Jake Gherkin, and his pass went astray. Was it tipped out of bounds?
Right now the Bulldogs can't buy a break, can they?
Looks like somebody got a hand on it. At least the fish on the baselines did. I knew there was a couple hands up there. I didn't know if anybody touched it or not. It will be Liberty-Benton basketball on the baseline. Lobs into Gross. And that's going to be a foul that will go to number 5, and that is Trevin Baxter, who now has 3. So the fouls are starting to pile up here on Columbus Grove in this quarter. That's the 4th team foul. We still have 3 minutes to go in quarter 3.
Yeah, they played very aggressive defense in the first half, got away without getting a lot of fouls.
Tried to lob it to Gross, and he was knocked away from him by Barraza, and then there'll be a foul that will go against Liberty-Benton. It goes to Jake Gherkin, Jake's 1st foul. 3rd of the quarter for the Eagles. Take it out of bounds on the sideline.
It's pretty amazing. That's his 1st foul. As hard as he plays out there.
Trevin Baxter with the floor spread, goes with the left hand, and no, he went right-handed. Reverse layup type of miss. There's a run out to Gherkin. Jake to the rim, and will be fouled going to the rim. Trent Barraza picks up his 2nd foul. To the free throw line will be Jake Gherkin. Missed his only opportunity this evening. 16 in the game for him. He had 12 in the opening quarter, including a pair of 3-point field goals. That one he makes. Point 17.
Getting close to his 22-point average.
13-point lead as he gets another Dale's Concrete free throw. Makes both of them. 18 in the game for him, and the lead goes to 14. Kyle Hopkins will advance the basketball. He's got 10 in the game. Here's the big zone we talked about earlier.
Yeah, that's so effective. I mean, it's kind of hard to get some passes in the lane.
Hopkins misses a deep 3. Gherkin with a long rebound. He's going to pass it ahead to Holler. Can he track it down? He does, but he throws it inbounds to Gavin Barraza. Off we go the other way. Gavin, hesitation move. Souter gets a 3. Splash out of the corner. Gage Souter makes a Northwest Ohio Recycling three-point field goal to cut the lead to 11. Gavin Barraza with a steal. Gavin, into the corner it goes. And then they reset with Hopkins on top. Trent Barraza. Bounce pass inside and he missed a shot. Really well done. Trevin Baxter couldn't finish. Outlet pass goes to Gherkin. Luke tip goes cross court and Gross missed a shot. Barraza will come the other way. A little ragged play here for a moment. 90 seconds to go, third quarter. Barraza was headed to the rim and will be contacted with by Jake Gherkin. Jake's the second foul. That's the fourth of the quarter. So put that up on the board. Columbus Grove trying to make a rally to cut into this lead.
Getting a little erratic out there,
though.
though.
Yeah, that is. Brody Thomas will enter. He's got a basket in this quarter, and Tyler Gross gets a break with 8 points. Barraza hands off to Hopkins. To Kyle Souter gets another three. Look, that would have been huge. The battle for the rebound. Howard gets it. Hopkins, Barraza pressing. Barraza gets the steal to Gavin Barraza, who finishes. Hustling into 3 points right there. Cuts the lead to 9, gets it under 10. Oh, we're going to get a foul. It's going to go, and Hopkins has made a mistake. Well, let's see. The foul went to Hopkins, and kind of in frustration slammed the basketball down. The officials decided to talk to him about it rather than penalize him. I think he was frustrated with himself, not with the call. And I think that's why the officials could allow that to escape that way. So with 64 seconds to go in the quarter, Hopkins picks up his second foul and will walk the other end to shoot free throws. Dale's Concrete free throws, and to do so will be Reed Irwin. Reed's got 4 points in the quarter. He has made 9 out of 11 free throws on the season. Averages 3 points a game. He's got 4 tonight. And here's shot number 2 for him. That one back of the rims, and rebound to Hopkins. And then Gavin Barraza saves it. Good rally here in the quarter for Columbus Grove.
Well, they ratcheted up their defense a little bit.
Hopkins was headed to the rim, and he was fouled by Jake Gherkin. Becomes the first Eagle to get 3 fouls in the game. That is team foul 5 in the quarter. So the free throw line will go Kyle Hopkins. He's got 10 points, 5 in this quarter, and he has made 8 out of 11 free throws on the season.
1 for 1 so far tonight.
And he makes that one. That's point 11 for him as he makes a Dale's Concrete free throw. With those 3 fouls, Jake Gherkin takes a seat. He's replaced by Tyler Gross. Jake's got 20 in the game. Here's Hopkins, who now has 12 in the game and cuts the lead to 7. So they cut it in half as we under a minute to go in the third. Lob pass over to Thomas.
And it's a big opportunity for Columbus Grove with Gherkin on the bench.
Skip pass to the rim. Good hustle by Gavin Barraza, but he kicked it instead of getting it with his hands. Really good effort, just couldn't quite get control, had to kick it.
I've been impressed with Columbus Grove.
Yes.
Tyler Gross. I mean, they did a nice job of keeping him away from there.
Yeah. Since this is an offensive possession, Tatum Troyer will take a seat, and back in the game comes Jake Gherkin. Trying to keep Jake from getting that 3rd foul or 4th foul, so being an offensive possession, back in the game. Here he is with the basketball headed to the rim. And they kick it back out to run last shot. Souders matched up inside with Gross. And both sides wanted a foul. And pressuring Ray out front is Jacob Leininger. He will get his first foul. To the free throw line will go Jake Gherkin.
Can't please anybody.
Jake Gherkin to get Dale's Concrete free throws. Jake's but made 2 out of 3 this evening. He's got 18 points with 9.7 to go in this quarter. 19 for him. So Baxter's going to be back into the basketball game with 3 fouls, and waiting at the scorer's table is Taden Troyer. He wants to replace Jake Gherkin if Jake makes this free throw. Which he does. So he's got 20 in the game. Take a seat with those 3 fouls for the final 9.7 of quarter 3. 9-point lead. We'll try to cut into it one more time here before we get to the end of 3 quarters. Hopkins into the lane. Gets a shot up. That bounces off the rim and won't go. After the 24 minutes, Liberty-Benton 50, Columbus Grove 41. You're watching high school basketball, WOSN. Scoreboard tonight brought to you by Hucker Drywall and Plastering. Visit us at huckerdrywall.com to see how we can help you. In quarter number 3, Liberty-Benton put 18 on the board, Columbus Grove 17, and be a 9-point lead for the Eagles as we head to quarter number 4.
Yeah, Columbus Grove did a nice job defensively, but they had a better job of really getting to the basket in that 3rd quarter. That really sparked them to get back into this game a little bit.
Jake Gherkin's back in the game. Here's that big 2-3 zone where they really try to funnel you right to the big Gross in the middle. And there he is stepping out to make that play. Hopkins in the lane, kick out. Barraza. Gavin Barraza pulls the trigger from 3.
There we go.
And Northwest Ohio Recycling in Pandora, 3-point field goal. They pay top dollar for aluminum, copper, brass, scrap iron, scrap cars. Call 419-384-3392. Gavin Barraza has 6 in the game, and Jake Gherkin goes right to the rim and scores points 21 and 22 for him. The lead goes back to 8. Tried to get it down inside. Baxter's roaming around down there. There he got up, and he's trying to get an and 1 opportunity. Baxter has 8 and a chance to get 9. He gets a Dale's Concrete free throw. You can call Dale's Concrete and Decorative Stamping Lipstick for all your commercial and residential needs. The foul went to Luke Gherkin, his first. Baxter shoots 72%, has made that free throw. He's got 9 in the game, and we're down to a 5-point lead.
Wow.
Columbus Grove just keeps coming.
Yeah, they have no, they're not going to give up easily.
Souter out front, and we got Alvin back. Souter pressured Lincoln Holler into a mistake.
Unofficially the 8th turnover now for Liberty-Benton today.
Quick 6 points to the quarter for Columbus Grove has cut the lead to 5, and it's their possession. Back to man go the Eagles. Hand off to Souter. And Gage will hand off this time to Baxter. Trevin looking Gross. Works to the lane, pull-up jumper, leans in, right-handed shot. Oh, it rolls out on him. He scrambles for the rebound. And the big scramble on the floor, the arrow will say, whoop. Oh, we have a Columbus Grove timeout.
Hey.
They have possession of the basketball and called timeout. 6:19 to go in the 4th. You're watching high school basketball, WOSN. Back at Columbus Grove, you can stream the WSN channel anytime, anywhere for only $8 per month. Download from Roku or Apple TV or sign up at app.wsn.tv. And scrambling on the floor, Barraza got possession of the basketball long enough to yell timeout at the referee and got it. That's the 3rd timeout for Columbus Grove. Liberty-Benton has used 2. If that's a possession, Odar, the ball goes to Liberty-Benton, so Barraza saved possession for his team, be out of bounds on the baseline.
Yeah, there was no quit in this Columbus Grove team, and they're really fighting hard, to stay in this game, and they've cut this lead down to 5 points.
Kyle Hopkins is the inbounder. And he gets it inbounds this time to Baxter in the corner. Baxter will bring it back out. Hopkins. Trent Barraza. Baxter again, working inside against Gross. Patient possession, Columbus Grove trailing by 5. Barraza goes to the rim and will draw contact as he gets Brody Thomas to commit his 3rd foul. And we will get Dale's concrete free throws from one Trent Barraza, 75% free throw shooter on the season. Reed Irwin waiting to check back into the basketball game.
And they've really done a nice job going to the basket and drawing those fouls.
That's Trent Barraza's 7th point of the game. Really nice balance tonight for this Columbus Grove team. Kyle Hopkins has 12, but there are 3 other players with 6 and now 7 for Barraza, plus Souter's got 8. That one missed. And goes out of bounds, and it will be Columbus Grove basketball. .551 to go. It's a 4-point Eagle lead. Barraza gets the basketball.
Columbus Grove just been chipping away just to get back within 4.
Pass to Hopkins, who goes up left hand. Gross tips it over to his teammate in Holler, and they're off to the races. Here comes Holler. Going to kick it back out to Thomas, and then they will reset. Gherkin and Souter. Here's a patch corner to Holler. Lincoln Holler gets a 3, bounces short. Hopkins tips it around, but Gross gets it. Good play, Tyler Gross. Gherkin passes to Gross, and he goes up and scores.
Wow.
Tyler Gross becomes a double figure with 10 thanks to the nice pass from Jake Gherkin.
You'd think they've done that once or twice.
You would think, and there's a steal by Thomas inside. Good defensive play by him. Here comes the Eagles with Howard trying to get to the rim, and we're going to get contact made by Kyle Hopkins. That is Kyle's 3rd foul. It's just the first team foul here in quarter number 4 for Columbus Grove. Hopkins has 3, Basinger has 4, Trevin Baxter has 3. Gherkin shot misses. Hopkins rebounds. Good defensive position inside by Trevin Baxter. Souter looked at 3, went to the rim instead, and his scoop shot goes. Gage Souter has 10 in the game. It's a 4-point lead again.
I've always been impressed with Gage Souter. He's really plays
Ball's loose.
aggressively.
Scramble for it. Reed Irwin makes a good play with it. Holler gets inside. Gherkin gets a 3 out of the corner. Brother Jake gets the rebound, and then Barraza tipped it out of bounds. And we are going to get a timeout, Liberty-Benton. 4:22 to go in the 4th. You're watching high school basketball, WOSN. Our scoreboard tonight is brought to you by Hawker Drywall and Plastering. Visit us at HawkerDrywall.com to see how we can help you. In this quarter, Columbus Grove has put 9 on the board to 4 for Liberty-Benton. And we are at a 54-50 Eagle lead. They have taken their 3rd timeout.
And I'll tell you what, Mark, Columbus Grove's been able to come back in this game to draw and get it within 4, even though they've been severely out-rebounded by this Liberty-Benton team. I'd say Liberty-Benton right now unofficially about 20 rebounds, just 10 for Columbus Grove in this game. But Columbus Grove was just fought for every possession. They picked it up by driving to the basket, getting those scoop shots underneath there, drawing some fouls, just to get themselves back in this game.
Brady Basinger is in with those 4 fouls. He's pressuring the inbounder. Goes in bounds to Brody Thomas. He drives across the lane and gives it to Holler. Reed Irwin. Holler trying to get inside using his size. That's a pretty move by Lincoln Holler. 12 for him in the game now. Basinger goes to the rim. And what's the call? Because it will go against Brody Thomas. Picks up 4. would have been number 5 on Basinger if it had been a charge. And to the free throw line will go Basinger. 73% free throw shooter on the year. He gets a Dale's Concrete free throw pair. Not been to the line tonight. And rattles that one in for .7. Back into the game comes Luke Gherkin. Thomas will set down with those 4 fouls. Basinger, Brady again. And that one goes back to the rim, but Barraza gets the rebound and then lost it. And then, boy, what a scramble for it, and we're going to get a foul. Somebody pushed somebody.
Somewhere in that mess.
The foul goes against Kyle Hopkins, and now he has 4 fouls, so the numbers are starting to pile up. Hopkins is the leading scorer in the basketball game for Columbus Grove with 12. And with just under 4 to go, he picks up his 4th foul. Second team foul in the 4th quarter for Columbus Grove. Cross-court pass, Irwin tries to get in the lane, can't. Here's Gross inside. And he just goes up over people and scores. That's one of the few times they've been able to get it down to him in the game. He's got 12 now. Good bounce for those guys also. He's got 12. Lincoln Howard's got 12. 22 from Jake Gherkin. Souder, the 7-point lead. Basinger to the rim. Reverse layup. Pretty shot by Brady Basinger. His 9th point. 5-point lead.
He's done that quite a few times.
And there's another great pass from Jake Gherkin. So Tyler Gross could get points 13 and 14.
I said Tyler Gross, the top field goal shooting player in the BBC at 66% coming into this game.
Well, if Jake Gherkin likes pizza, Tyler Gross ought to make sure he has one when this game's over.
He should.
Here's that reverse layup again. Basinger's got 11. He's got 5 in the quarter. It's a 5-point lead again. Gherkin to Gross. And he scores again. 16 for him. He's got 8 in the quarter. Souder, step back 3. Missed that one. Hopkins rebounds, goes high off the glass. And high to rebound is Jake Gherkin. Gherkin gets the ball over midcourt. We got 2 minutes to go in this one. Grove has just 2 team fouls. Here's Gherkin off a screen from Gross. Bounce pass inside Holler. And we're going to get a foul before the shot occurred. And that is Gage Souder's first foul, 3rd team foul. Liberty-Benton averages 61.7 points per game, basically 62. That's where they're at right now. And going to the rim was Lincoln Holler, who will draw a foul. And who did that go to?
Trenton Barraza.
Well, they put 5 on the board. That would be Trevon Baxter. So he gets 4.
I don't know about that.
Well, that's what they put up on the board. Let's see if that stands. Lincoln Holler, 86% free throw shooter, is now 4 for 4 this evening. That's his 13th point. Well, the scoreboard says that Brady Basinger has 4. Trevon Baxter has 4. Kyle Hopkins has 4. And on the Liberty-Benton Eagles side, Brody Thomas has 4. And Holler makes yet another free throw. 14 in the game for him. He's a perfect 5 for 5 from Dale's Concrete free throw line. Here's the zone with the lead at 9. Hopkins for 3. Rebound, Holler. He's got Gherkin ahead of him. Jake spins in the lane, and there's a run-out basket for Jake Gherkin. He's got 24, and Liberty-Benton has reasserted control of the game. Short jumper, bank shot will go in. That shot will fall for Trevon Baxter. Now he has 11 in the game, and his coach takes a timeout. There is 1:29 to go in the game, and it is a 66-58 57 Liberty-Benton lead. We talked about Columbus Grove. They have Spencerville on Friday night, Ottoville on Saturday night. Both of those games will air on WOSN at 10 p.m. Friday and 10 p.m. Saturday. Liberty-Benton does not have a Friday game this week. They go to Eastwood, a 6-5 Eastwood team on Saturday. Then on the 31st, they have Macomb at home and a very good Defiance team who's 11-2 on Saturday, February 1st. And Dar, we are less than 3 weeks away from the tournament draw. Isn't that something?
Boy.
Now, of course, the season's been moved up a week. The regular season will end a week early this year with our 5 playoff rounds that the OHSAA has established. But still, we're just 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks away now from our tournament draw. Columbus Grove is Division 6. They're in Northwest Ohio District number 4. That plays at Elida. Liberty-Benton is Division 5, and they're in Northwest District 2, where they will play in the Lakota District. Grove to press. They switched on the press, getting bounds to Gross, and back to Holler. Lincoln up near midcourt, looks, and finally throws it to Tyler Gross. Let's see how patient Liberty-Benton becomes. The next foul will put them at the free throw line. And we're going to get a timeout. This will go to Coach Doug Whiteman. 1:12 to go in the basketball game. You're watching high school basketball, WOSN. Back at Columbus Grove High School, anticipating the Bulldogs are going to have to foul soon. Our free throw sponsor tonight is Dale's Concrete. You can call Dale's Concrete and Decorative Stamping Leipzig for all your commercial and residential needs. Coach Whiteman took his 4th timeout. Each team has a single timeout remaining in the game. The arrow favors Liberty-Benton. The Eagles have committed just 3 team fouls, so they can foul one more time before Columbus Grove will get to the free throw line. Backcourt it goes to Gherkin. To Holler. Lincoln throws it inside. And Tyler Gross, who has been the recipient of multiple dimes this evening and now has 18 in the game. He's got 10 in this quarter.
Going to be buying lots of people pizza.
11-point lead, Eagles. 3 out of the corner. Splash that 3 in for Trevin Baxter. He's got 14 as he makes a Northwest Ohio Recycling 3-point field goal. That's the lead to 8 with 46.6 to go, and we get a foul that goes to Gage Souter. Gage only has 2, but it's free throw time now for the Liberty-Benton Eagles, and that means Lincoln Holler, who's a perfect 5 for 5 this evening. It's a part of his 14 points.
Well, and Liberty-Benton's going to try to keep giving the ball to Lincoln Holler, who's an 86% free throw shooter and hasn't missed anything tonight.
That he is not. Perfect 6 for 6. Looking at number 7 right here. And that one he makes. That 86% is going to go up this evening.
Yes, it is.
10-point lead again for the Eagles. Into the rim, shot up, and we're going to get a foul as Brady Basinger went to the rim. He gets fouled by, I think it's Brody Thomas, and if so, Brody's finished for the evening. It is. Brody Thomas will foul out. 6'1" junior. He will finish the game with a basket back in quarter number 2. And into the basketball game will come Luke Gherkin, who made 2 huge 3-point field goals back in quarter number 3. Free throws. Brady Basinger. .12 for him. 73% free throw shooter on the season.
Columbus Grove, a 69% free throw shooting team as a whole.
Liberty-Benton shoots 72% from the free throw line. 2 good free throw shooting teams tonight. 13 now for Basinger. And we're going to get the final Liberty-Benton timeout with 37.1 to go in the basketball game. Liberty-Benton leads the league, of course, in the Blanchard Valley Conference. You mentioned that big win last weekend, Dar over Arlington. One we all thought was going to be a close game, and they just flat out defended and holding Arlington into the 20s.
Well, and they held their Arlington's big scorers down to nothing in that game. And, you know, that was huge when it came to the BBC. Then they turned around, and I was really surprised Bluffton took them to overtime. But, you know, they gave out a lot of energy probably against that Arlington team. And then you come back and have to play a good Bluffton team on Saturday night then.
Well, we talked about Columbus Grove plays Spencerville. That's a huge game in the NWC this weekend. Spencerville's undefeated in conference play. Grove is 3-1, as is Crestview. So a huge chance for Columbus Grove this weekend to play Spencerville and perhaps knock this conference up a little bit. Of course, Columbus Grove also plays in the Putnam County League. Clyde is 3-0, and Miller City and Columbus Grove are both 2-1 in conference play there. So Grove in the thick of a couple of conference races.
Yeah, we always talked about that when it comes to Grove and other teams like that. They have to play in two different conferences. Every night is a league night, it seems like, so you really can't back off of any night.
Luke Gherkin is the inbounder, and he throws it inbounds to Holler, the guy you don't want to foul if you can. Jake Gherkin throws it all the way down to Luke, and with 27 to go, here comes Grove to foul as they go after Reed Irwin. Reed was 9 for 11 from the free throw line coming into the night. He missed a pair back in the third quarter. Souter picked up his third foul.
And you pretty much got to weigh what's the worst of the evils, and I guess they figure Reed Irwin at this point.
Irwin back on track. 0.5 for him as he makes a Dale's Concrete free throw.
So that's fine, you can foul me.
And that one as well, 0.6 for him. 10-point lead again. Here's the big zone we've talked about multiple times. To the corner goes Souter, gets a three.
Oh, that's a deep one, too.
That was a deep one. He's got 13 in the game as he has made 3 of those Northwest Ohio Recycling three-point field goals. And his coach calls their final timeout at 15.2 to go in the game. And the lead is 75-62. You know, Dar, we're going to look at this game and go, Columbus Grove was giving up 55 points per game. They've given up 72 tonight to this talented offensive team from Liberty-Benton.
Yeah, that's true. But, you know, on the flip side, they've really played hard in this game and kept themselves in it. And I'll tell you what, you know, Gage Sauter, I like to watch him when he shoots threes because it's like a catch and release, you know, right away. I mean, he doesn't wait for anybody to get near him. He just catches the ball and throws it up there. And not, you know, he's coming in this one. He was hitting 46%, 6 for 13 on three-point shots. He's got 3 of them tonight. And if he can continue that stretch, that's a big plus for Columbus Grove, particularly coming into this coming weekend.
Talked about them losing Landon Best. We don't know for how long with a muscle injury in the ankle that he had damaged earlier this year in football season. Was trying to get back into shape and was playing some pretty good basketball for a while. And hopefully Landon will be able to get back on the court at some point during this season. So Souter's contribution to 6'1" sophomore even more important with Landon Best out of the basketball game for a while.
Yeah, Landon just a junior too, which is a big advantage for him. Give him an opportunity to heal up, and he's got a senior year to look forward to.
Ball comes inbounds. Jake Gherkin will get to go to the free throw line. Jake has been there 3 times this evening, has made 2 of those 3. He's got 24 in the game. And the foul will be the 5th foul that will go to Brady Basinger. Brady will foul out. He's got 13 points in the game. 7 of those here in this quarter. And saddled with some foul trouble here in the second half. Here's Jake Gherkin. Spins that one in, .25. And the senior bounces that one in. He's got 26 in the game now. Brazzo from the three-point line is short. Throws it back out on top. Gavin Brazzo gets a 3 that bounces out. And Lincoln Holler will rebound the basketball, and that will bring this one to an end. So Liberty-Benton will go to 14-1 on the season as they defeated Columbus Grove They did so 74-65. Interesting fourth quarter as both teams put 24 points on the board in the fourth quarter. Looking at the scoring very quickly for Liberty-Benton, Jake Gherkin will finish with 26. Looks like 16 for Lincoln Holler. Looks like 18, including 10 in the fourth quarter for Tyler Gross. On the other side, as I mentioned, Brady Basinger fouled out with 13 points. Trevin Baxter will have 14 this evening. 12 for Kyle Hopkins, 13 for Gage Souter as they racked up 25. You have some quick numbers you want to throw at us?
Well, one I was just adding up here was Liberty-Benton 15 for 17 at the free throw line tonight. That was huge, and particularly with the big guys and Jake Gherkin and you know, throw in Lincoln Holler on that one there because you really didn't know who to foul at the one for Columbus Grove at the end of this game. Big one for Columbus Grove, or for Liberty-Benton too, is Tyler Gross in the second half. You know, he was pretty much shut out of the first half. Columbus Grove was able to keep him away from the basket. Second half, he was getting some outstanding passes to him and was able to finish him off in there.
Columbus Grove will go to 5-6 on the season. They are 3-1 in the NWC, 2-1 in the Putnam County League. Quarter scores for them of 19-5, 17, and 24. Liberty-Benton will go to 14-1. They are 6-1 in the BVC. Quarter scores for them of 16, 16, 18, and 24. Our sponsors this evening have been Hawker Drywall and Plastic, Dale's Concrete, and Northwest Ohio Recycling. Talked to the athletic director here, Mr. Terry Schnipke. He made sure we knew we had a game going on this evening with the weather and some of the schools that postponed. Appreciate that. Our camera work tonight was done by Jonathan Young, and Nick Fraley will edit this together back at the station. Liberty-Benton goes to 14-1 the season with a 74-65 win over Columbus Grove. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN.